Press release. Outcomes of the bilateral meetings of His Excellency Deputy Prime Minister PRAK Sokhonn, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, in New York, the United States of America, on 26 May 2026 on the sidelines of the United Nations Security Council (UNSC) high-level open debate. His Excellency Deputy Prime Minister PRAK Sokhonn, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the Kingdom of Cambodia, engaged in a highly productive series of bilateral meetings, pull-aside discussion, and courtesy greeting with numerous foreign ministers and high-ranking dignitaries. This engagement aimed to further strengthen bilateral ties, advance mutual cooperation, and exchange views on issues of common concern. The key highlight and outcome of this bilateral meeting are as follows. 1. The United States of America. His Excellency PRAK Sokhonn held a bilateral meeting with His Excellency Michael Joy de Sombre, U.S. Assistant Secretary of State for East Asia and Pacific Affairs. During the meeting, both sides recalled the fruitful outcome of the U.S. Assistant Secretary's official visit to Phnom Penh in January 2026. The Deputy Prime Minister reaffirmed that Cambodia highly values the active diplomatic role of the U.S. under the leadership of President Donald Trump in mediating the Cambodian-Thailand border conflict and supporting the implementation of the Kuala Lumpur Peace Agreement. The U.S. encouraged both sides to fully respect this agreement to prevent further clashes. During the meeting, the U.S. expressed its pleasure with the progress in Cambodia-U.S. bilateral cooperation and Cambodia humanitarian action toward Afghan refugees. Furthermore, the U.S. highly commends Cambodia for its crackdown on cybercrime and the passage of the Anti-Cyber Fraud Law. 2. The Islamic Republic of Pakistan. In a courtesy greeting with His Excellency Mohammad Isaqdar, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of Pakistan, the two leaders recalled their historic ties and praised their mutual cooperation. Both sides discussed advancing their bilateral agenda and future international engagement, including the 2027 SCO Summit in Pakistan, as well as promoting future high-level official exchange visits between the leaders of the two countries. 3. The Kingdom of Bahrain. The Deputy Prime Minister met with His Excellency Abdulatif bin Rashad Al Zayani, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Bahrain, and recalled the meeting between Samdech Mahabubur Hun Manet Prime Minister and Crown Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa in May 2025 during the second ASEAN GCC Summit in Kuala Lumpur. Both sides agreed to explore the possibility of a memorandum of understanding on bilateral cooperation between their respective Ministry of Foreign Affairs and expressed gratitude for mutual support within the UN framework. 4. The Republic of Azerbaijan. During a courtesy greeting with His Excellency Sokhonn Bayramov, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Azerbaijan, the two sides discussed ways to deepen bilateral cooperation. The discussion focused on the vast untapped potential in trade, particularly in agro-processing and tourism, as well as the possibility of signing a memorandum of understanding on trade and economic cooperation. 5. The Czech Republic. In a courtesy greeting with His Excellency Peter Mackenka, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Czech Republic, both sides welcomed the 17th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the two countries and reaffirmed their continued commitment to strengthening the long-lasting ties of friendship and cooperation between Cambodia and the Czech Republic. 6. The Republic of Cuba. The Deputy Prime Minister held a brief and cordial pull-aside meeting with His Excellency Bruno Rodriguez Parella, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Cuba, to further expand Cambodia's diplomatic reach and reaffirm the enhancement of friendship between the two nations. 7. The Federal Republic of Germany. In a substantive pull-aside meeting, His Excellency Gunther Grimbaum, Minister of State for Europe of Germany, acknowledged the severity of the border situation in Cambodia and the plight of the displaced population. The German side expressed its willingness to serve as an honest broker to help resolve the issues. 8. The Portuguese Republic. The Deputy Prime Minister held a pull-aside meeting with His Excellency Paulo Rangel, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Portugal. The two sides reaffirmed the long-standing historical ties between the two countries and expressed a strong and a shared commitment to revitalizing diplomatic relations. The meeting resulted in a positive outcome with the signing of a memorandum of understanding on a bilateral consultation to further strengthen ties between the two nations, a signing that was also warmly welcomed by the UN Secretary General. 9. The United Nations. During a meeting with His Excellency Antonio Guterres, UN Secretary General, the Deputy Prime Minister recalled the discussion between Samdech Mahabubor Hun Manet, Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Cambodia, and the Secretary General in Geneva in February 2026, as well as his own meeting with the Secretary General in September 2025. The Deputy Prime Minister also expressed gratitude to the UN country team for supporting Cambodia in alignment with the royal government priorities. On this occasion, the Deputy Prime Minister reaffirmed the importance of peacefully resolving disputes in accordance with international law. Separately, on 27 May 2026, His Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister held a bilateral meeting with His Excellency Wang Yi, member of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Key highlights of this meeting include His Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister thanks the Chinese side for inviting him to participate in the UNSC high-level open debate under the theme upholding the purpose and principle of the UN Charter and strengthening the UN-centered international system, which is vital for promoting global peace, security, stability, and sustainable development. His Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister also convened his gratitude to Chinese friends for the care and medical treatment of His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen Mother of Cambodia. Both sides rejoiced the outcome of the first 2+2 strategy meeting between the Foreign and Defense Minister of Cambodia and China in April in Phnom Penh and agreed to upgrade this meeting to a 3+3 format to further deepen bilateral cooperation in the political, military, and security domains. His Excellency the Deputy Prime Minister thanked the Chinese side for its effort to mediate and facilitate the cessation of fighting and the peaceful resolution of the Cambodia-Thailand border conflict. The Chinese side pledged to support Cambodia with the supply of oil, gas, and agricultural fertilizer during a period when Cambodia is facing energy security challenges and fertilizer shortages. The Chinese side also confirmed its readiness to host the planned visit of Cambodian high-ranking leaders to China later this year. Through this comprehensive bilateral engagement, Cambodia reaffirmed its strict adherence to the application of the international law, mutual respect, and the peaceful settlement of disputes to ensure peace, security, and stability for the region and the world. Phnom Penh, 28 May 2026.